forces. Thank you. What did you do to stop Saudi Arabia from taking your job? Abraham Lincoln passed the 13th Amendment for a reason. Big bankers. The big bankers got bonuses. Right over there. Wells Fargo, he got $10 billion in bonuses. Did he go to jail? No. But the homeless American who lost their mortgage was ticketed last night somewhere in Phoenix for sleeping on the ground on a bench and made into a criminal. Why shouldn't the bankers? Why shouldn't they, who steal $10 billion of our tax dollars, get a bonus while homeless Americans go to jail who lose their homes and their mortgages? I'll tell you why. Quid pro quo. Bill Gordon, the mayor, just appointed the Bank of America president from Arizona onto the cushy Sky Harbor Aviation Board. Do they care about your pensions? No. They want to privatize to take away our police. They want to privatize to take away our firemen.
Don't believe your lawyer.
Don't believe them. The justice system is now not serving us. They put the poor in jail unless you have a lot of money. What did Dr. Martin Luther King fight non-violently for? What did Cesar Chavez fight for? He fought so that all people would be treated equally under the eyes of the law and the Constitution. That is not happening. Bankers got bailed out. We got sold out.
He fought for your right to plead guilty. Oh, that's right.
Why is it that they get bonuses and our children don't even have enough at their schools to get proper textbooks? Why is it that children go without medical insurance? They tell you that you're lazy when these bankers get $20 million, stole the money. Not one Republican, not one Democrat did anything to indict one banker. This is not a left or right thing. This is called the survival of America. We have to put aside the petty differences. This is triage. You think it's funny, but the sovereignty of this country is now not being decided by us. Politicians at the highest level, through Citizens United and corporate personhood, are now deciding what this country will do.
You know something's wrong.
We are against Citizens United. We are against corporate personhood. We are against bankers. The bankers stealing $20 million, going on vacation, getting a bonus, while after one of our fellow Americans last night loses their home and goes to jail for sleeping on a bench. While the banker who stole $20 billion, he gets a bonus. The lawyers, the whole jurisprudence system, shame on you. The Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas, Scalia, you allowed Citizens United, you allowed Saudi Arabia, you allowed Russia, China to decide the best interest of this country. That is treason. Mayor Bill Gordon, we appointed the president of Bank of Arizona on September 31st to be on the Phoenix Sky Harbor Aviation Board. You know why? It's called quid pro quo. And if you think we're going away, the jobs aren't coming back. We will only grow larger. Please help us keep the pensions of the police. Help us keep the pensions of the firemen. Help us keep the pensions of the ambulance drivers. Help us keep the pensions.
Oh, here they come.
Help us keep the pensions of the security guards.
We are on the sidewalk. We are suffering our First Amendment rights. I, as an Iraq veteran, have a right. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, we're for your pensions. We love you, man. We are for your pensions, officer. We are here for you.
Don't yell at me. Hang on. Hi. How you doing? My name's Jim. All about your First Amendment rights and everything. I just want to tell you, just don't come up on the street. Okay? Do whatever you want to on the street. It's illegal. I'm all about it. If I wasn't on work, me and him would probably be out here. Okay?
Hey, we're here. That's literally good 24/7.
Hey, you literally around there. We're right there. I didn't shave this morning. I didn't shave. Come on, man. Wait tomorrow and then I'll shave.
Thank you, officer. Thank you, Captain. Appreciate it. Thank you to the officer.
somebody has to come up.
Go around. You got it.
Let the rest don't block the door. I'm going to just use you as an example. I'm out.
Oh, so you can't.
No.
We got you.
All you need is one person to say that.
I was just practicing for a week, man. We know the rules.
Thank you to the public, city workers,
I just want to work with you.
We're here to work with you.
We are here for your opinion. We are the 99%. The vendor over there in Wells Fargo, he got $20 million in your tax dollars. Meanwhile, last night, an American citizen who lost their home slept on a bench and was taken to jail. Why is it that American citizens who lose their houses and have to sleep on a bench go to jail, while the banker who gets the $20 million on it gets a vacation? If you think you're going to be a banker someday, if you think you're going to sell your soul, fine. But the rest of us are 98%. We're growing larger every day. The jobs aren't coming back. Free trade agreements were just passed. It's not a left. It's not a right thing. This is triage. The country's life is at stake. The United States Supreme Court decided last year with Citizens United that foreign countries and corporations are now allowed to legally and anonymously bribe our politicians by putting money into their accounts. You say, big deal? Politicians have always been crooked, but they've never been allowed to take money from foreign countries. Not Gore in 2000 with the Buddhists, and not the Republicans now. This is not a left or right thing. If they're taking orders from China and Saudi Arabia, what are my fellow veterans that I thought was in Iraq fighting for? Why is it that veterans from Korea, from Vietnam, from World War II, Afghanistan, and Iraq like myself, we can't get basic dental health care, yet that crooked banker up there hasn't been indicted? Why hasn't the president and the Republicans? Shame on them parties. Shame on the American jurisprudence system for letting this happen. Their one-time plans are taking. They use those as an excuse for
Sheriff's Department.
your pension. Bankers got bailed out.
No, you are.
We got sold out. We are the 99%. Please join us. What will you tell your children 30 years from now when they say, Mommy, Daddy, what did you do to stand up non-violently to stop China from taking our jobs and our way of life? Will you tell them, well, I didn't do anything. I just let that happen. Or will you say, I stood proudly. I stood non-violently. And if I had to use civil disobedience to stand for my First Amendment rights, I would go for that.
I don't know.
Or are you going to tell them, I did nothing. I did nothing. China took everything, our way of life. The jobs aren't coming back. The politicians are telling you that. This is not a left or right political argument. We don't have time for that now. The very survival of the United States of America is at stake. It's called Citizens United. Russia, China, Saudi Arabia. Don't believe me?